What's good, everybody, and welcome to the Macarios Life. I'm so excited. Episode 1, so much that I got to cover today, so just hang with me. It won't be long, but I just feel like I need to kind of lay the ground for you and to answer the question, right? You saw that I've got a secret, right? We all have secrets, but I'm willing to share this secret with you, okay? So, first off, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Definitely continue, subscribe, like, share. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at _Macarios_life. Come join us as we go on this journey together. So, what is the big secret, right? Well, the big secret is this. About 7, almost 8 years ago, I was driving home from work. At this point in time, I was working at the bank and I was driving home. It was the end of my work day. I'm in the car and I felt this, like it was a hand around my throat. And I'm driving and I'm like, I don't know what's going on with my body right now. I felt like I was having a stroke. And I immediately called my wife and I was like, hey, I don't know what's going on with my body. I need to go to the hospital. So at that time, she worked at the hospital in an administrative role, but she had incredible resources and relationships. And so she got me in to see the doctors. They looked at me and they put me under the MRI and everything like that. And they put me back in the waiting room and we sat there. And they came in and I could tell that it wasn't good news because their head was kind of hanging a little bit. And they said, well, Jonathan, I don't know if you know this, but by what we can see on this scan, we believe that you have multiple sclerosis. At this point in time, we were just a few weeks away from delivering our baby girl. And it was a bit of a blow because nobody wants to walk away with the negative diagnosis. Yeah, so that's my big secret. I have MS. And some of you may know what MS is, others may not. But MS is multiple sclerosis is a disease in where your white blood cells are attacking the myelin, which is a protective coating around your nerves. And the crazy thing about MS is that in a lot of ways you never know what your symptoms may be. Some individuals experience it to where they can't walk or they cannot control their bodily fluids or have trouble with vision. On the basic level, a lot of people with MS deal with depression and also a constant level of fatigue. And so the doctors, we all know that there is no cure for it, but there are lots of treatments that are available to help slow down your white blood cells from destroying the myelin in your body. So the question is, why would I call this podcast the Macarios Life? Well, Makarios in Greek means blessed. And I believe that in life, you can't control things that happen to you, but you can control your response in life. When you look at this word, Makarios, it's used in the New Testament with Jesus in the Beatitudes, but it's also used in other Greek literature. And a lot of the Greek gods would call themselves Makarios because their condition or their existence in life was apart from the toil and the trouble that the humans lived. And so the concept of this is that for those who struggle with any types of diseases or anything that's happening in their bodies or just in your life, that you can still have a blessed life. You can still pursue your dreams. You can still make a positive impact in this world despite the things that you may be facing. And what I wanted to do with this podcast is to create a community of individuals that we recognize we may be going through some things, but it doesn't mean that we have to allow it to drag us down. It doesn't mean that we have to be depressed. It doesn't mean that we have to give up on our hopes and dreams. We can encourage one another. We can be there for one another. We can do our best to link up together and live this Makarios life together. So I'm asking you to join us. And you don't have to have MS to be a part of this community. But I'd love to hear your comments, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, because we can be better together. So once again, I want to thank you just for this time. This podcast will be dedicated to just me on this journey. I'm looking to interview other people that may be dealing with MS or any other disease in their bodies, and interviewing other people that just maybe have questions, doing Q&A. But really, this is a community for you, because I know that everybody wants to know what it means to live a blessed life. And that's what we're going to do on this podcast. So thank you for your time. Make sure, like, subscribe, make comments where you can. And I can't wait to be with you next time.